The stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Good evening, dear friends, and welcome to the webinar, Reinventing Your Personal Social Branding. Thank you, University of Nicosia, for the invitation. It's a big honor. And of course, thank you, Maria and Miria from the Student Affairs Department who organized everything about our session tonight. Thank you for the trust and the opportunity to be able to work with this team this afternoon. Today I will be speaking English with a Greek accent and a Maria Papazoglou style. When we designed this program in collaboration with the Student Affairs Department, we wanted to give the answers on how we can create our best self and how we can show this to others and actually show the best version of ourselves. I believe that we learn fast and best if we think and express ourselves while speaking and not just listening to the presenter. Therefore, this webinar is based on interactive communication, and I encourage you to ask questions to contribute to the discussion with your opinions. So feel free, first of all, to open the cameras. I would very much like to connect with you, to see you and have an interactive communication. And also feel free to ask questions during my speech. You don't need to wait at the end of the session to do this, because when we exchange our views, we can learn and develop even more. So also, I urge you to take as many notes as you can. Notes help you to better capture new information. This webinar will last 6 minutes. So thank you for the introduction, and just a few words about me. I serve as a career coach and executive coach, and this means that I work closely with people who have career goals. Whether they wish to find their first job or get promoted in their current jobs, or even change their career path and pursue their dream. I work with people who wish to develop new skills, to be more productive and feel even more fulfilled. I have been working in the corporate environment for the last 25 years. It has been an amazing journey and still goes on. Sometimes I look back on how I started my career. I was at the point where you are now. I really wish that I had the opportunity, let's say, to participate in a workshop like this one, or have a coach or a mentor that would have benefited my career. The truth is, we did not have all this at that time. And it is a great, great honor and privilege for me tonight to be at the other side and help you to reinvent your personal brand and be able to show this to the others as well. As a coach, I ask questions, many questions. And at this time, I will start making questions to you directly as well. So let me share my presentation with you. Okay, so I think now you can see the cover page, and let's go to the first question. I would like to invite you to go to the chat and text and send me your messages, or you can even open the microphone and we can have a discussion. First question is, what is personal branding in your opinion? You are here to spend the next 6 minutes together and discuss about personal branding. What do you think it is? Any ideas?
Probably the public perception
Mm-hmm.
of ourselves towards others, how people think we are, what we
Mm-hmm.
show to other people.
Okay.
But I'm not sure whether our personal branding, the image we portray to the outside world, is a real one or not.
Mm-hmm. So first thing you say, Miria, is it's how others perceive us,
Hmm.
the image we have to other people. And second, you say we don't know exactly this image if it's true or not.
Hmm.
Actually, this is a big question. Anything else besides from image? Any other ideas about what personal branding is? I have another screen so I can follow up with your um, texts and messages. So presenting ourselves to the world. Wow,
There's a Nigerian here.
that's amazing. That's amazing. So I will share now with you a few more answers on these questions. And I start with a very common definition, which comes from Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, who says, your brand is what others say when you're not in the room. So it's the whole perception, the characteristics, the feelings that other people have when they think and they talk about us. And personal branding is the strong image that comes to people's mind when they think or talk about us. It's what we represent, our values, our abilities, our actions, and it's the way that we strategically promote ourselves. And coming to the next question, please share with me your
What
opinions.
is NA?
Excuse me? Who should have a personal brand? Who should have a personal brand? What do you think? Should someone be a professional or should some be a public figure? Who should have a personal brand? What do you think? I'm waiting. Everyone, I see. What an answer. Everyone meaning who? Even someone who is not working or every professional? Can you please clarify who we are? Everyone. Yes, okay. So let's see what other answers we can have. Any other ideas? Um, you said everyone. Can you please explain?
Yes, actually, I said that. I think everyone, in terms that all of us have a reputation, whether we're working, whether we're students, whether as a friends, in a cycle. I loved what you said before, that our brand is what others say when we're not in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And believe me, here in Cyprus, because we're a small island,
Mm-hmm.
people like to talk a lot. So I really like that statement. I'm not sure if people dare to say things in front of us. Usually they prefer to say things behind us, behind our backs. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that all of us should have a personal brand because it's our unique self. It's our reputation, as I said before.
So
It's
that's
our
very.
it's our statement, who we are, who we believe we are.
Okay. So what you said is that everyone should have a personal brand. And I'll be more precise about that and clarify that it's not about should or shouldn't. It's not a choice. Personal brand is here and exists for every one of us. So I am a brand and everyone is a brand. No matter the career or the step in you are in your life, even with your friends and family, they do have an opinion about you. Is that correct? If you ask even your neighbors, your fellow students, your professors, your parents or your cousins, your closest friends, or people who just, you know, socially, everyone has an idea about you. Few of them have a more detailed idea because they know you even more in person, and others have a more generic idea, but still they can say something about you. So we are all brands. And having said that, next question is, what do you do and how do you brand yourself every day? So think about the habits, the daily routines you may have, and please share with us what things do you do every day that form your personal brand. That's right, Dimitra. Hopefully it's an authentic you, as Dimitra says. Thank you for the comment. So feel free to switch on the microphones and discuss with us this afternoon, or even text in the chat, through the chat. So what do you do, and that shapes your branding every day while you may be working, going to the university, or you are at work, or you are with your friends? How does your action shape your personal brand? Any ideas?
Maybe our behavior and our attitude towards everyone, the way we speak, the way we act, the way we treat others, the way we greet others, either we greet them or not.
Either we greet them or not, yes. And our attitude, what else? The way that you talk and behave. That's a great comment. How it shows how you are in reality, and it shows whether we are authentic or not. Great. Thank you. Thank you for your comment. What else? Let's go even in more practical and small things that we do every day. Any ideas? Clothes. So the outward appearance, right? Behavior, yes. By loving ourselves in order to be able to love and care for others. That's a wonderful message. Body language. Absolutely. We will be discussing more about it in the next few minutes. So there are many things in your daily routine that indicate something about you and your character. What else? Be authentic with others. Prepare by organizing inner thoughts with discipline to be kind and generous. Polish your presentation to be likable. What a nice thing to be likable, right? Thank you for your comment, Dimitra. So let's open our workbook and give the answer to these questions. How would you describe your personal brand at this moment? Let's start by writing down the 5 most important characteristics that describe you. So let's take a minute or two so that you can open your notebook and write down the 5 most important characteristics that describes you. Characteristics that are able to shape your personal branding. Wow, we have some questions, some answers so far. So, which are the 5 most important characteristics? That's to start with. As soon as you finish with those 5, please share your comments. Waiting for your answers. I'm checking the chat. As we said, it's a workshop, it's an interactive, it's not a speech that you will be only listening to me. It's a way to work together and develop even more on this topic. So, hi, Stephanie. This is a question to start with about describing yourself and your personal brand. So,
I think maybe because it's a little bit hard to describe ourselves. Can I try to describe Maria, and then Maria tries to describe me? Actually, it's very, I'm very open to discussions, but I felt like, wow, I wrote only 3 and I cannot describe myself with 5 characteristics. So I'm just gonna work with myself later on. Probably get to know me better.
That's a nice idea.
Yes, or
so
get
that,
to.
and at the same time, with your idea, you will be able to give feedback one to another.
Yes. Actually,
yes.
I wouldn't expect myself not being able to describe myself, but yes, I'm stuck. I wrote 3 characteristics and I feel a little bit awkward, I think.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm not sure if the rest of the people feel the same. So,
will you tell us a bit more? Yes.
Saying about Maria. Okay, I know Maria very well. We worked together the last more than 10 years. We became friends as well. And I think she's one of the most empathetic, I think is the right word.
Pathetic.
She understands the feelings and she cares about the feelings of others. Sometimes she doesn't pay attention to her feelings, but she pays lots of attention to other people's feelings. So this is a very good thing for other people, but not that good for her. She's a very optimistic person. She always sees the glass not empty, full. And this is something that we need people like this, especially nowadays, that our psychology is not very good probably with all these things that are happening around us. So it's very important to be around optimistic people. She's a very good hearted person. She can see the good in every situation. Again, this is good for the other people, but for her, probably sometimes she cannot see that other people are not that good, and not always people want to be nice, unfortunately.
That's a nice feedback at the same time.
I am blushing.
So, will you do the same for your colleague and friend?
Yes, of course, because
and be honest, I don't mind because yes, I don't mind.
So, Miria, I also know her for a long time since we've been working also, and for a long time now, and we've become friends. So I think that I know her pretty well. So her first characteristic is that she's a social butterfly. She's very, very, very sociable in a great extent that everybody likes her, but sometimes because she's so sociable, she loses track of time.
Yes, that's true. That's true. That's true.
So, so this is her major characteristic. And okay, again, we have some common characteristics as well, that she's very optimistic, and this is a great combination of being sociable and very optimistic, because everybody, whenever she's in the room, feels really nice, and every time a positivity sentiment is goes all around when she's in the room, and it's something that I admire in her. She can turn every situation to optimistic, but there are a lot of times that she's also realistic. It's not that okay, it's all butterflies and flowers and everything, but she knows where to apply this charisma that she has, and also she knows how the real situation is. Okay, yes, of course, she's always very polite in all cases, even in cases that we could be not be that much polite. And of course, a good a team player. It is also a very good characteristic for a person nowadays, since, okay, we need to have skills that are combined to be able to work both on our own, but also in a team, or be able to collaborate with other people, because this is what business or life is all about, to interact with other people. So you need to have a quality of being able to cooperate with someone else.
That's nice, Maria. Thank you very much. I can totally understand what you previously said, that it's quite difficult for ourselves to describe the major characteristics that we have. But actually, this is what we have to do when we start talking about creating our personal brand, even more to create our ideal personal brand. So start with a simple question. And you said that it's more easy for you to describe someone else. So what you can do is to ask other people what they believe about you. You can simply ask them, and start with your friends, your fellow students, your family members, and ask them, what do you think my major characteristics are? Okay, I have some issue. I cannot see the text, the chat messages. So if you can help me later on. So when you ask others what they think about you, this is called feedback. And with feedback, you can raise your self-awareness, because self-awareness is the base where you build your personal brand on. And that is happening so that you can be authentic. You don't need to present any other fake image. Just be yourself, and actually, more precisely, create and be the best version of yourself. And if you go on social media and you make a search with hashtag be your best self, you will be able to find a lot of material that I have posted on social media about personal development and other interesting issues. So let's start discussing now how we can make a great first impression, because you may probably have already read that before. You never get a second chance to make a first impression, even more to make a first great impression. So let's see how this works and why meeting someone for the very first time, it's really very critical about the relationship. Any kind of relationship, we can start professional or whatever, we can start with the other person. This is called primacy effect. Okay, it's because our brain forms a judgment, an opinion, an idea, and it all works subconsciously about the other the other person in just 7 seconds. And there are even more updated researches that show that not even 7 seconds are needed in order to make an impression for the other person. Even 3 or 4 seconds are enough. Are enough in terms of us ourselves to decide if a person is attractive or not, to see things about his character, his credibility, if we like to know more about him or we reject it, we reject him. And this happens mainly by body language and in general the outward appearance, which provide the vast majority of information before words are even spoken. So body language and outward appearance are really very important to make a first great impression. And what else count? Let's see together. Look at this picture. We have even more characteristics that we give our attention to when we meet someone. That could be the facial expression. Another terminology about it is the micro expressions. The eye contact is also important. The tone of voice and how we speak, the posture, arms, gestures, the handshake, okay? Not a handshake right now, but it was before and it will return. Handshake is a way to connect with people, and you see how many different small but important characteristics there exist in order for us to create and build an impression about the other person. And of course, smile. The greatest gift you can offer to the people that you are with. So let's discuss together some best practices for a great first impression. I start with the warm and genuine smile. A proper handshake when we will be able to do that again. Eye contact is also important. I am sure that you have met people who avoided to have eye contact with you at the moment of the handshake and saying hello. Connect with active listening. Be really present for that person. Listen, try to understand, try to have empathy. So everything about active listening in order to be able and create a meaningful communication. So enthusiasm. You meet someone you never have met before. Hi, nice to meet you. Welcome. How are you? Okay, some very simple expressions that can show our enthusiasm to meet the other person. Express yourself with confidence, seriousness, and modesty. Use proper body language. We will see more details together later on about the body language. As we said before, outward appearance matters. Kindness and diplomacy, as well as the tone of your voice and the way that you speak. So these are some first impression best practices. Any comments, any questions about it?
Now with the pandemic, some of them do not apply. So for myself, I find it hard to communicate as good as I used to before the pandemic because I wear masks. So I hide my smile. I don't see other people smile, and for me, smile is something that makes me feel that I know the other person. Also, we do not handshake. the eye contact, because I wear glasses as well and I wear the mask, I feel I'm a little bit in prison.
Yes.
So yes, for me, I think I should find other ways to communicate
Yes,
with
absolutely.
people nowadays.
These practices are a little different during the pandemic and the conditions that we are going through, but hopefully pretty soon we will return back to normal life, so we have to get back to them. And also, Miriam, people can see the smile even when you wear a mask. They can see it here, to those nice wrinkles around the eyes. So it's the whole face that smiles when we have a genuine smile. So,
but even the tone of my voice, I notice that I speak more loud now because I have the feeling that I'm not heard. Because I also find it difficult to listen to people now with a mask, and this is something I don't like about me, that I speak more loud in order to be heard. Yes, but as you said, things will change and we'll go back to normality.
And now that more or less the communication is via our screens and devices, a few more tips are not applied right now, but we should have them in mind, like the body language, because only the upper part of the body can be seen through the cameras. But we better have this in mind while we will return back to our social life and meet people in person again, hopefully pretty soon. So let's watch a video together about exactly that, body language. Any comments, anything that you pointed out and you would like to share it with us? Feel free to do so. Miria and Maria, I can't see the chat. I have an issue. So if there are any questions or text messages, can
we
you
will let
please?
you know. Yes,
okay.
definitely.
Sounds great. Thank you. So let's see how what else matters for a first great impression. Yes?
I think Dimitra liked the video because she thinks that it's excellent and she's thanking you.
Thank you, Dimitra. I see that you are watching us from Texas, US. Amazing. Thank you very much for your time and for being here. So we said that outward appearance matters. So let's see what we mean but by saying dress for success. Through your clothing, you make a public statement about who you are and how you feel. How much you take care of yourself. If you feel nice today and you are good looking, you are carefully dressed up, you made your hair and you look really nice, is completely different when you are not in the mood, you don't want to do that, and you don't take care of your appearance. So have in mind that through your clothing, you speak about yourself to other people. And let's take a look at how you dress. Let me ask you, these items that we see in the picture, are these items your preference when you visit the university or when you go to work? It's a rhetorical question. So let's see which is the real appropriate dress code depending on the occasion. Here we see about men's dress code, and we have the three different categories starting from more casual, where a casual jacket, maybe even a simple t-shirt is okay, pair of jeans, and see this detail, clean sneakers should be fine for a more casual appearance. And if you want to combine a little bit from the casual dress code and the business dress code, then a jacket would be still fine. And polos and denim would be more preferred than the simple t-shirt. And then on your right side hand, you will see the more business look, where a shirt and ties are preferred, and here we don't have any jeans or sneakers. Any questions about the dress code for men? What I want to mention here and point it out is that it's important to be dressed according to the occasion that you will join. Okay, so dress appropriately to the occasion. Ask questions about that. What's the dress code? Ask others who have attended a similar event, a similar occasion before, and be more prepared. If you don't know exactly which dress code you should use, then it's better to be overdressed than being underdressed. And that's for every occasion. And if you want to see a little bit more about details on men's appearance, here are some ideas that could be appropriate for different times within a day and different occasions. And a few more details here. It looks nice, doesn't it? What do you think? So, if you are invited somewhere where business casual is the dress code, here you can get a few ideas. Okay, so shirt and trousers, not jeans, are the base for business casual, which is a very common dress code and can be applied in many occasions. And let's see about women's look. Okay, that could be a nice outfit for the university. time, and that could be nice as well. And here you can also see the differences between casual, business casual, and business. Any questions? About the dress code? Time to ask you again. What do you wear when you go for a job interview? Any ideas? It's a question that we have asked ourselves many times when we have found ourselves in an interview. Am I dressed appropriately for that? Have you asked yourself which is the best way to take care of your appearance while you are joining a job interview? I will give a few tips here. So, first and most important, learn more details about the dress code applied in the company that you will visit. Okay, learn how they used to dress in the office environment and follow exactly that rule. For example, you are a more casual type of person, but you have applied for a consulting firm, okay, a multinational consulting firm, where you know that the only dress is business look. In that case, you don't have a chance if you go anything else rather than business look. Okay, so find information and ask what's the dress code of every different company that you are visiting for a job interview. If this doesn't fit with your character and personality, it may happen that you will not fit at that company anyway. Okay, so please have that in mind in advance. So we have a cash question now, it's coming, I think. What about a master's interview? What is not acceptable in that case? A master's interview, it's an interview for you to get in a master's studies. Yes, okay. Would the ladies from Student Affairs Department like to give a specific answer about it?
Yes, I think it depends on as well. For example, the student, and because she's studying psychology, I think it should be something smart, casual, something elegant. But if the question was coming from an artistic person who studies, for example, fine arts or graphic design or multimedia, I think that a more casual or artistic look would be acceptable. So I would say we should always look smart, but it depends on the program we're studying or the job environment we're applying to.
That's a very nice tip. Thank you very much. And again, here I will repeat that if we're not sure about the dress code, we prefer to be a bit more overdressed. It's much better than being underdressed. Okay, other questions? Glad that we have clarified that. And let's see together, what else matters for a great first impression? It doesn't only matter what you say, but how you say that. And I'm sure you understood that it's time to talk about the body language. Look at these two photos here. Mark says, I feel great today. Which of the two photographs, according to his body language, is more true for you? Can you see the difference of how body language is sending clear messages to the people around us. Same here. I'm ready to start our meeting. Welcome to my office. Let's go. Which is more real for you? These are just simple examples from our everyday life, just to point out that body language is sending direct messages. And that can benefit us in two ways. First of all, it's important for us to know and realize what our body language is sending as a message to others. And then we can also be able to read the body language of others and get messages that would be important for us to know. Same here. Happy to see you. Which of the two looks more real? Okay, so we take care of our body language. It's a very big topic. We only have a couple of minutes here to discuss about it. So I encourage you to search even more videos and other materials that can help you to learn more about it. And I have a video from everyday moments that I believe it's going to be very useful. Let's have a look together.
Welcome to MindTools video learning series. You may not realize it, but you send out silent, nonverbal signals to people every day. This is your body language, and it can reveal how you're truly feeling when perhaps your words don't. Body language might include your facial expression, your hand movements, or your posture. Most of the time, it's unconscious. But there are some clues that can help you to interpret and use it to your advantage. Being aware of other people's negative body language is particularly useful and can help you to pick up on unspoken problems. For example, if someone you're speaking to is standing or sitting with his arms folded tightly across his body, he's probably not happy with what you're saying. Other negative signs to watch out for include tense facial expressions, someone turning his body away from you or avoiding eye contact. Your own body language should reinforce what you're trying to communicate verbally. Otherwise, you risk sending mixed signals. With the right body language, you can convey openness, confidence, and receptiveness. For example, you can make a confident and positive first impression by standing with an open posture that's relaxed and upright, and by keeping your hands down by your sides. Maintain solid eye contact with the person you're speaking to, and try to hold her gaze for a few seconds at a time. This will show her that you're sincere and alert. Adopting positive body language can also help when you're speaking in public. For example, you'll look more confident if you keep your shoulders back and maintain an upright but relaxed posture, keeping your weight evenly distributed, with one foot slightly in front of the other. Hand movements can also help. For example, spreading your hands apart in front of you, with your palms facing slightly towards your audience, can indicate a willingness to communicate and share ideas. At the same time, it's important to maintain control. Too much hand movement can distract from what you're saying. To find out more about how to interpret body language and use it to your advantage, read the article that accompanies this video.
So, thank you. Stephanie, I see a great message here. Let me read it out loud. So, thank you for your kind words first. Then Stefano says, it's always better to adjust our dress code based on our personal style and on the occasion, because this way we will even differentiate and stand out in the crowd. That's a great comment. Thank you so much. And let's now, for the next few minutes, discuss about social media, the platforms, the environment where we can have our voice heard outside in the world. So let's see together some social media best practices that complement you and your brand. Privatize your social life and set up privacy settings. Be careful with your personal data, for example, the home address, your telephone, date of birth, and more. So privatize your personal life. Okay, set up privacy settings. It could be an idea, but we never know how these things work. So it's better to privatize your social life. Professional profile picture is recommended on all your social media platforms, even Facebook, Instagram, not only LinkedIn. Okay, so make a professional photograph and have it used. It can be in a casual style if you feel like that, but have it done in a professional, nice way, and have it post as a profile photo everywhere. Choose wisely your posts and pictures. So pay great attention to the content that you are posting and you have it out there in the world, and consider every post as permanent. Okay, this all together create your digital footprint. Employ the grandmother rule. Don't post anything you wouldn't show to your grandmother. Okay, consistency of information. Avoid any contradictory information on your different profiles. And let's see a few more tips. Unlog, unfollow, delete any questionable photos or inappropriate content. Show your interests. It's a great environment. It's a great opportunity, free of charge, to have your voice out there. So post content that underscores your interests and create value for yourself and your connections. You can also blog or create videos about the areas of your expertise and share valuable articles. Just again to point out that these are information and best practices for social media in general. In another webinar, we might have the opportunity to speak more in detail about LinkedIn, but these are to be applied everywhere on your digital profiles. Proper social and email address. And have in mind that your social accounts and mainly your email address should have your name as close as you can have it. You know that I work as a career coach. I receive different from different people from different levels their CVs. Okay, I am impressed when I see very often, to be honest, emails with some weird names like Maraki 2021 and all that, and that's not for a job application. Okay, so make sure that you will create a new email account, let's say a Gmail, which would be used for your public communication and will have your name on. No politics, so avoid posting strong opinions and use strong language against public figures, communities of people. Okay, be very careful about that, and follow your colleagues everywhere and interact. You may be one of the greatest ambassadors of your university. You have the chance to, let's say, to differentiate, to make the difference. So follow your college and post. Okay, I see a comment about the grandmother rule. Actually, yes, it's a great one, a great one. Online representation Can you please explain a little bit more about this question? What do you mean online representation? I'm giving you a moment, or maybe you want to.
Yes, actually, it was my comment before you started with the social media and the best practices. I meant that actually. And also, maybe now that we are having that many webinars and people participate, either participating in those or, sorry about the background noise. Either participating in those seminars or webinars, or maybe presenting them. For example, students who may have a project and they need to present it online nowadays, since unfortunately face-to-face classes have been limited. So how about that? How do they need to represent themselves in these two aspects of online webinars or representation?
That's a very nice question. I would like to return back to it in a few seconds. Let me, because I want to take out the slides and be able to talk, because we're close to the end of the presentation. Do you want me to leave the slide a little bit more so that you can write down everything, or is it okay? I will get back to your wonderful question. So, exercise for you: evaluate your social media presence and see where you are today from a scale from 1 to 10 according to the above mentioned rules. Okay, so I would like to ask you, take some time later tonight, or when it's going to be possible for you, to evaluate your social media presence according to the rules that we discussed. And next question: wherever you are right now at the scale from 1 to 10, how can you improve it? What kind of changes, adaptations you should do in order to level up your profiles on social media? That's a great question for you to ask yourself and do some action after our webinar today. And questions? I start with by answering the question. I love the question about the online presence. Okay, because for the last 13, 14 months already, our whole life has been moved on the platforms, right? Video conferences and all that. So you have to take care of yourself when you are video conferencing, exactly as it would be when you would be in a conference room or in a room in the university. Okay, so take care of your outward appearance. Take also very good care of the background that would be on the video call, and have the light, the source with the lighting, okay, in the front, as I do have now, so you are able to see me and better connect with me. In the webinars that I conduct, I have a few participants who have a very big window on their back. They have another light from this side on the other side. Actually, we cannot see them. We just see a dark figure. So prepare that your office or where you will be sitting for the video conferencing. I see your light. Have your lights prepared and take care of your appearance. Okay, you have to remember that when you have the camera on, you can more easily connect to other people. So I encourage you to keep the camera on. It's already difficult to be able to communicate effectively via the video conferences, but this can be made a little bit more easy when we have the camera on. Another thing to remember is that you should resolve any technical issues, okay? Many times we're starting a video conferencing and people have issue, you know, the audio settings, they cannot be heard, they cannot hear the microphones, the video is not working, the connection, and then disconnect and they get out from the call. And so a lot of distraction because of technical issues. I think we have been given the time to adjust to this new era of teleconferencing, and it's a part of our professionalism to take care of all these technical issues and be able to participate and enjoy the discussion. Anything else? Any questions? Maria,
if anyone, because other students will watch this at the later stage, because we will upload it in our website. If they have any questions, is it okay with you to send you an email?
Absolutely.
Reply?
I'm giving now to you the last slide from, no, actually not the last, but the one before the last. And then I will share my contact details. So, good news. We have scheduled some upcoming University of Nicosia Student Affair webinars. And the first one will be on May 12th. Okay. And the title is Put Your Best Self Forward. Learn ways to change negative thoughts to positive ones for many life issues. Then May 19, we have Hitting the Mark, a guide to goal setting. Goal setting is very important. You will be very much privileged if you can start already work with goals. And we will learn how to do that, because without a goal, we have a little direction. So we will learn how to set goals for success in life. And May 26, Pressure to Perform. Learn how to handle life on your terms. And I leave you with this message. In life, we do not necessarily get what we deserve, but what we show others that we deserve. And here are my contact details. I will also chat my email. So feel free to come back to me when you watch the video later on and have some questions. I'm sending you my email now. Will chat messages will be available for the ones who will watch the video later? If not,
I'm not sure about that. Maria,
if not,
I'm afraid not, because when we close the session, it will the whole webinar will close as well. But as we said earlier, they can email you or find you on the different media.
I just want then to give my email. My email is info@mariapapazoglu.com. That easy. You can see the website here. So you replace the 3 W's with the info@mariapapazoglu.com, and we will be easily reconnected. And I will be very happy to hear from you and have your feedback, have your questions answered. And I think we're about to end this webinar, unless you have any other questions, comments. Maria.
I think is it difficult to go to the last slide before your contact details? Because
yes, with the upcoming seminars. absolutely.
No, I
While
like that quote, but I didn't have time to write it down, that quote. Until you go there, I will, the quotation, the very last quotation about.
Yes, I love that one. Thank you for your message. You say, appreciate you giving us many things to reflect on. Thank you very much. I'm very pleased I did that. So I'm returning back to that slide that you liked. It's one of my favorite and very optimistic as well.
Yeah, I think this is a good message for young people to have it in mind, because there are very talented people out there, but probably they have low self-esteem and they think they do not deserve much, but they do deserve, and they should show to the others that they deserve. It's very important to start demanding in a good way, in a polite way, what we deserve. And
exactly.
What else I like is what you said before, that we're all brands, and we should be an authentic one, not a fake one. And about the grandmother rule, I liked it a lot.
I'm glad to hear that.
Stuff that our grandparents will be happy about it, because whatever we post on the internet stays. That's another thing sometimes we forget, especially when we're having fun, when we're relaxed, and we might post something that is not really appropriate. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Also, thank you, Jessica, for your comment. You found this presentation insightful, and for all the tips and things that you have now to think about. Thank you for your message. Anything else?
Thank you, Maria, for being with us. And okay, it seems that our students are a little bit shy to stand up, but okay, after this presentation, they should know also that, like Maria said, that they deserve a lot more than they think they do. And also, sometimes, even if we feel shy or something, we should stand up, because this will be to our best benefit. Since imagine that now it's only on the camera, it's only you, the presenter, Miriam, and me who were in this together. However, if anybody else opened the camera, you would remember him or her. I don't mean about this occasion only, but in other occasions. And maybe employers or somebody else would have them in mind and would have their picture in mind, because they would be the only ones who would show up. So make everything to your best benefit. And even if you're shy or you are keeping back, try to not to limit yourself, because this is the best occasion to move forward and take advantage of the opportunities that are given to you.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. It's a new world. We need some time to adapt. Now we have some students, all our alumni, I don't know, tonight with us. Spread the message that even more interesting webinars will be launched in May, and hope to see you soon. Let's say thank you. Thank you for your messages. Thank you from my heart, and happy Easter, and see you soon.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, Maria.